The short-lived Sid and Marty Krofft theme park is so interesting in retrospect. It was an indoor park designed to operate year-round, yet couldn't even last 6 months. Clearly, something went wrong, but what? After months of research, reading hundreds of newspaper articles and similar sources about this park, here's my take. Let's start with how a Krofft park ended up in Atlanta. The Kroffts in the 1960s collaborated with Six Flags, contributing to attractions across the chain. As early as 1969, they considered developing their own amusement centers. Around 1973, the Kroffts reconnected with an old Six Flags colleague who put them in touch with commercial developers, International City Corporation. Those folks were developing a mega complex, the Omni International, in downtown Atlanta. That explains how the Kroffts ended up in Atlanta. The brothers were planning a small children's amusement center atop a parking deck near the Omni, not inside at first, but plans changed. One of the Omni's major tenants backed out, so the developers had a multi-floor vacancy to fill and offered that larger venue to the Kroffts. If you ask me, this is the moment that changed everything. It upsized the project into a first of its kind, larger than planned entertainment park, which increased everything: the budget, workload, and expectations. The park eventually opened May 1976 and was relatively well received, but it quickly gained a reputation. Why? It was expensive, located downtown, had only 3 rides, and used a ticket book system that limited guests to 1 time per attraction. For comparison, the nearby Six Flags was slightly cheaper, had more attractions, and allowed unlimited re-rides, a better value. The Krofft Park had even less to do when its rides had mechanical issues, which was common. Attendance struggled. It operated at a $1.5 million loss in nearly 6 months. Lenders refused to continue funding the park, causing it to close prematurely with messy lawsuits and finger-pointing soon after. The Krofft-branded assets were sent back to their headquarters in California. Non-specific rides like the Crystal Carousel and Pinball Machine remained. The park partially reopened without the Kroffts under new management, but promptly shut down. Turns out, theme parks just weren't successful in that venue. For years, the park was abandoned, essentially untouched. The remaining decorations and attractions were removed to be scrapped or sold, including carousel parts, which likely wound up in private collections. The venue was cleared out. About a decade after the park closed, CNN took over the venue. Urban legends say some storage rooms still had lingering decorations, like an old mural allegedly found during a remodel. CNN moved out in 2023, and the property is currently being redeveloped again. I can't sum up this fascinating story in a short video and had to trim a lot of info, so check out the Storybook Amusement YouTube channel for my in-depth coverage about this park. What do you think? Was the park set up to fail? Was it too imaginative for its own good? Maybe the Kroffts should have chosen another venue, but maybe the investors should have given it more time. As always, stay amused.